Hello everybody, happy Friday. It's time for another Facebook Friday. I am back in town briefly, and so today we've got Facebook Friday. I am out of town almost what feels like every other week this summer. No exaggeration, it's a little crazy, but today I am excited about Floral Impressions Sweet, the Impressions Abloom bundle. I'm trying to get my iPad up so I can see you guys. Hello everybody, hello. Let's see, where is the bundle? Where did I put it? Right here. So this is the bundle we're using today. It's got some great flower dyes and some great flower stamps. Hi Susan, did you survive the tornado yesterday? I just sent an article to my daughter. Susan is from Lubbock, which is where my daughter's going to college. We'll be there tomorrow, Susan. And there was a giant tornado outside of Lubbock yesterday. Anyway, I saw that and I had to say something. This is what we're using today. It's a great bundle, and it's part of our Sweet sale, S-U-I-T-E, Sweet sale. If you're not familiar with Stampin' Up! Products, or maybe you haven't paid attention, we have product suites. And the product suite is a grouping of products that all go together, okay? And the sale is a little complicated, so I'm gonna kind of walk you through it today to try to explain it. We kind of have to get creative with our ordering to outsmart the system. It's the computer technology system. I'll explain it to you in a minute. Well, Susan, I'm glad you're okay. I can imagine it was scary. The things I've seen online were absolutely insane. So I'm glad you guys are okay. Is that normal for North Texas to have tornadoes like that? I'm like, oh, my daughter's going to Lubbock. My other daughter's going to Fort Worth, and they do have a lot of tornadoes there. Anyhow, okay. Hello, everybody. I'm going to flip you guys around. I have a lot of things to show you today. But I want to, let's see, let me clear off my desk here so we can see all the things I want to talk about. Let's talk about this Sweet sale. Now we have Sweet, and it's not just the whole suite. It is the whole suite, but it's also the products in the suite, okay? So it's a BOGO, buy one, get one half off. Okay, so all suites and all suite products are buy one, get one half off. If I say that wrong, somebody pull my hair, because I know I'm going to say it wrong. Buy one, get one half off. If you look at your catalog, starting at page 40, let me zoom in just a bit. This is where you'll see the suites that are in the catalog, but you have to remember also that we have suites online that are online exclusives as well, okay? Let me see if I can get this straight. Get that to not shake. So page 40, Florals in Bloom is a suite, and all the products in that suite include this bundle, the dots, the paper. I think that's it in that suite. All right, so all suites are not made equally. They're different, so you have to kind of look. And then the Turtley Cute suite, which we used 2 weeks ago, includes the paper, the bundle, the embossing folders, the ribbon, and the gems. So what you can do is you buy, let's say you like the florals. Now, what is this one called? Sweet Florals. Let's say Florals in Bloom. You like this suite, so you're gonna buy this one. And then you're going to pick out another suite to get half off. So you add in that one to your cart, and then you add this one to your cart, and the one that's of lower price will be half off. Now here's where it gets tricky. Maybe you don't want the whole suite, but you want this bundle and you want this bundle. Well, if you add those two things to your cart, the one of lesser price will be half off. Now, that's not so hard, right? Maybe you want the paper. Buy this one, get this one half off. And it's not just these suites. I'm just using those as examples. The Beautiful Gallery suite. There's the Kintsugi Inspiration suite, the Boho Vibe suite. And then there's a whole bunch of other suites on the website, including the one we're going to use today called Floral Florals in Bloom? No? Yes? Maybe? I can't remember the name of it. The tricky part is the system is going to give you half off the lowest price, which we all understand that, right? When you do a BOGO sale, whatever's the lowest price item is going to be half off. But let's say you add in a suite, and then you're like, you know, I want an extra pack of that paper. I'm going to add in that paper as well. Well, the system's going to be like, oh, wait, the paper is the lowest price item, so we're only going to give you half off the paper. And you're like, wait a minute, I want half off the suite. Well, if that's the case, you're going to have to get creative. What I did is I ordered my two suites together on one order so that I got one at half off. Sent that off, right? Then I put in a second order, and I earned stamp and rewards on that first order, remember? We're earning stamp and rewards on every single order. So then I could go to the second order and add in the other things that I wanted. A pack of paper, some adhesive, an ink, whatever. And I could use my stamp and rewards from that first order. So it's a little tricky. You're going to have to play around with your cart. You know, we've all done online shopping. We've all done this, where you have to kind of get a little like, let me take that out. Let me add this in. Just remember that any suite product, it could even be the gems, right? Or a bolt of ribbon, something that's very low price, could be your half price item, because the system is automatically going to take half off the lowest price item. So if you're going to buy two suites and some other things, buy the two suites by themselves. Okay, the shipping's going to be 11% anyway on both orders if they're over $70, which that one will be. So just to let you know, that's the deal. Now, if you're just going to buy paper, maybe you're like me and you love paper and you're going to buy all the papers. Maybe you buy all the sweet papers, 6 packs of paper. Every other one would be half off. But if you throw in a pack of gems, it's going to take half off the gems because they're the lowest price item. I hope that makes sense. It's really hard to verbalize this sell. It's confusing. It's simple, but the system makes it a little bit confusing. It'd be nice if they did from paper to paper bundle. Yes, Denise, I absolutely agree. So like every like item, right? So if you buy 2 bundles and 2 packs of paper, the system would know, okay, she's going to get half off that bundle and half off that second pack of paper. I'm guessing it's like a computer, like a coding thing. I don't know. The system just knows to take half off the lowest price item. So anyway, that's the sale for this month. It is a fabulous sale. I don't believe Stampin' Up! Has ever done anything like this, and I encourage you to check it out. Let me show you on the Stampin' Up! Webpage where you can see all the suites. And some of the suites are on the last chance list. Now I have to hold this so you guys can see it. Push those 3 lines and then you can go to suites right there. And it's going to show you, it's going to explain the sale better if I was speaking gibberish. But then you can go through the celebratory sips, which has been very popular. All of that stuff is in the sale. Florals in Bloom, Turtley Cute, Beautiful Gallery, Kintsugi, Boho, Lovely Garden, Botanical Textures, On the Go, Mixed Media, Floral Delight, Everyday Skies, Wildflower, Storybook Moments, Beautiful. Okay, where's the suite that we're using? Did I already go past it? I did. It's the very first one. This is the one we're doing today, Floral Impressions. Okay, so you can open each one and see what's included in the suite. The suite we're using today has the paper, the bundle, the ephemera kit, the strawberry slush and pretty and pink gems, the pressed flowers embossing folder. All right, so that is the suite. And if you want to get all of that, you would choose the suite. Now, if something in the suite is out of stock, like let's say the ephemera pack is out of stock, then the whole suite as a one item is not going to be available. You have to get all the things separately. That's just the way it is. Okay? If you have questions about the sale, feel free to email me and I will happily help you. It's a great sale and I highly encourage you to just kind of dig in and see what you would want to get. Buy one, get one half off. And I mean, let's say you bought 4 suites, lucky you. Buy one, you get one free, and then you buy another one. I mean, see, I knew I was going to say it wrong. I knew I was going to say it wrong. Buy one, get one half off. This isn't my BOGO sale. This isn't my retired BOGO sale. And that's what my mouth wants to say. Buy the first one, get the second one half off. Buy the third one, get the fourth one half off. I also wanted to point some things out to you. If you go to specials, last chance products right there, they added a bunch of stuff this week to this. And I believe some of the things have been marked down more. I think, was that paper already $7? I feel like it's been marked down even more. So make sure you check out that. I pulled out the stamps that I had that were added to the last chance list, and I was going to show you. These aren't the only things that were added, but these are just some of the things that I had. The Hearts of Elegance stamp set. All right, now Facebook took me back to the main page. Let me find you guys. Humble Home, Classic Wedding. Around It All, I feel like that one just got here, and I just made the cutest card with that. I'm going to show you guys next week. Grow with Love. Adventure Together, I can't believe it. Twisted in Time. Seaside Wishes, I think, has been on there. And I just hadn't pulled it out. He's the Greatest. And Resourceful Rusty. All right, so go check that last chance list out. Remember, all of those products are while supplies last. And they will be gone when they are sold out. Okay, moving on. Our All-Star tutorial, All-Star video class tutorial bundle this month features it's been a few weeks, so now I can't say it. Celebratory sips. Thanks, guys. Yes, my middle daughter graduated yesterday. It was a fun day. I can't believe I have 2 high school graduates. How am I old enough for that? Right? They age, but yet you feel the same, like in your mind. You feel exactly the same. I don't know. It's crazy. It was a really good day. Thank you. Anyway, this month's PDF is free with any $50 order that you spend at stampinup.com with me. I will email them out about once a week to everyone who has shopped. It's also available in my PDF store for $15. They are video tutorials, 12 different videos, unique projects that you won't see anywhere else, done by 12 different Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And what was the other thing I was going to tell you about? We open up the subscription period. Again, this is the end. We do these in 6-month series. This is the end of the 6 months, and we'll open up the subscription again next month. If you are a subscriber, when you subscribe, you get the 6th one for free. My project this month is a drink. Have you guys seen this? I saw them in a bunch of stores recently at the airport. Noble Mix single serve craft cocktail. It's a little gift pocket thing. That's fun. I have made so many projects with this celebratory sips. Sweet. I love it. And speaking of Club Create this month, it's kind of picked apart because I've already started prepping. But Club Create for June features celebratory sips. Also, tomorrow, the 7th, is the last day to subscribe if you want to get this month's Club Create kit. Tomorrow, Saturday the 7th, is the last day. Starting on Sunday, if you subscribe, you will get the Inspiring Imperfections or the Kintsugi Inspirations Club Create kit for July. This is a really popular suite also. Kintsugi is the technique in Japan where they mend broken pottery with gold lacquer. So it has gold cracks through it. So it's basically saying that cracks are to be celebrated, imperfections are to be celebrated. So it's a really fun suite. I had really a lot of fun designing these. Details, I'll give you more details on this next week. This doesn't open up till Sunday. The PDF will be available sometime next week. I have it in its rawest form. It needs to be perfected, and I will have that up if you want just the PDF and the video. I have filmed a video, but the PDF and the video together are not. I haven't even sent it to Lisa to look over. So give me about, I don't know, 5 or 6 days to get that done. And I'm going to put that over here so that I remember to do that. We leave tomorrow for Lubbock. I come back for 2 days, and then we leave again for College Station for 3 days. And then we come back and we leave for another 5 days to go to Port Aransas. It is insane around here. It is insane. If you want to subscribe to Club Create, Don't worry, this month's Club Create kit is already cut and I'm sorting already. I'm ahead of the game, but I have cut some extras for anybody who wants to subscribe. Tomorrow is the deadline. They look like this when they come. They're in like a little plastic envelope. You get about $25 in product, 5 projects, a full video on all the projects, PDF on all the projects. And if you stay for 6 months, you get a $25 product credit of your choice. The $45 includes shipping as well. Okay. All right. So that is Club Create. What else? Oh, paper. Oh no. You know what? I want to show you this. I am so excited about our virtual album retreat. Have any of you ordered this? Now I know this is a high price item, but I think it is very special. We have this virtual album retreat coming up July 16th through 18th. If you can't participate that weekend, which is me, we have basketball that weekend. It will be recorded for you to participate whenever you want. It is a 12-month scrapbook kit, and it comes with several sheets of stamps, embellishments, but you've got your page protectors, and please forgive my cough. I cannot get rid of this dry cough. It's driving me crazy. We've got some die cut words. We've got paper. We've got die cut circles, all kinds of die cuts. If you look at the link that I posted, you're going to see, you can actually see all 12 double page layouts that you're going to get. And they're really good. Look at them. Look, here's project 1. They have done all the cutting for you. This is the thing that I find the hardest with kits, is cutting the paper correctly. But they did that. Like, how long did it take them? You know, I cut projects and sort them myself, and they never come close to having this many pieces. I can't even imagine how long it took them. Here's the second page, the third page. There are tons of pieces in here. I can't even wrap my head around how they prepped this. It really is incredible. So you're going to make 12 2-page spreads. All of this is all the virtual album kit, and it's organized beautifully. These bags are all labeled. This would have taken me a year to prep. This is just crazy, insane. All right, so you've got that. The thing that I was excited to see are the stamps. It doesn't come with a stamp case, but if you're like me, you've got empty stamp cases laying around, but you can also order them. We've got several. We've got an alphabet stamp. Ooh, I like these, just basic shapes and numbers. Got some kind of hearts and flowers. Here are the photo holders, you know, like placeholders. When you make the scrapbook, if you're not ready to add the pictures, you can put those in there so you remember how it was designed. So Debbie, there will be PDF and stuff emailed to you. It did not come in the box. I'm assuming to save on the cost because it's already, you know, it's not a cheap item. There's going to be a 3-day online event, and yes, there will be PDFs. All right, and there you can put this as the insert for your stamps. They look cute, don't they? Look at the little plaid one. Oh my gosh, so cute. Month by month alphabet and month by month. So anyway, I hope you guys consider this as a little gift to yourself. That's what I'm doing. Oh, there's a whole 4th sheet I didn't even see. Oh, and the flip flaps. I'm so excited to use those. I've never used those in a scrapbook, on a scrapbook page before. I was looking through an old scrapbook this week, looking for pictures from my daughter's graduation. And I tried to make these myself years ago. I didn't even know that they were a thing. And mine looked terrible. So now I'm like, okay, I know how to do it now. I just buy those. They're like perfect. So anyway, consider this. Give this some thought. This would make a great birthday gift. It's just really cool. You can, again, if you go through the links that I've shared for this, you can see all the pages. I really like that one with the folded circles. I haven't scrapbooked in probably 10 years. I mean, it's been a really long time, and I feel kind of rusty, you know, like do I know how to scrapbook? I mean, I used to be a major scrapbooker, and now it's like, I don't know if I know how to to make a scrapbook page. So I feel like this is a great way to like get back into it. And I think my kids, I will still find them as young adults up there looking through the scrapbook. So I think they will be really excited that I make a new scrapbook with current pictures. I think all the albums stopped like 10 years ago. They're all like, you know, young pictures. So anyways, give that a look-see, if you will. There is a link here. I can't remember. I put a little link on the second page of today's PDF, but I have some links there within the blog post too, so you can see. I have a couple of paper pumpkin kits left from this month. They are really cool, like scenic mountain majesties. This looks like where my oldest daughter is right now. She's in California at Yosemite, and it's beautiful. It looks just like that. I'm so jealous. But if you need a paper pumpkin kit for June, let me know. I've got several extras. Okay, my desk is cleared off. Let me move my Diet Coke so that it doesn't spill. Oh, I haven't even opened it yet. Wow, okay. You guys, if you would like this week's project, hey, by the way, if you put in an order for the Turtley Awesome week, and then the week I was gone to Mexico, those things shipped out today. It took me a while to get all that together, so please be patient. I'm a stickler for shipping things on time, and it's just been hard being out of town. So if you were expecting the Turtley Awesome Make and Takes or the free pack of Shades of Green sequins, they're on their way. They went out this morning, okay? If you want today's Make and Takes, the Impressions Abloom Make and Takes, they're free to anyone who shops with me through Monday at midnight. I will send them to you for free as a thank you. You will need the bundle, okay? You'll need these dies. I'm not cutting any of these pieces. You'll need that and the stamps, but I will send you everything else. Here are some previous kits, so you kind of get an idea of what it looks like. You can see I do a lot of cutting too, just like those scrapbook kits, but mine are not, that kit that I just showed you has hundreds of pieces. That isn't crazy. But anyway, my kits are a little simpler, have a few less pieces, but they will have everything that you need to make our 3 Impressions Abloom projects, all right? All right, I need to move this back over here because I'm not reading anything. Jessica, do you remember when I used to do scrapbook pages in the monthly club? Yeah, it was a long time ago. When I was getting really rusty about scrapbooking too, I remember really having a hard time coming up with those. That's when we had my digital studio and I was making things digitally. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. I would like to get back into scrapbooking. I really would. Okay, so today, pinkbuckaroo.com, I already know the blog post is up. I made it go up early so that I could check it. Go over there, get your free PDF. You have, if you want to get today's projects, again, you have till Monday till midnight to order anything you want, as long as this is a minimum of $50. Take advantage of that sweet sale. You can order that virtual album kit. You could order ink, paper, I don't care what you order, as long as it's $50. No host code needed anymore. If you order over $50, you're automatically gonna get the Make and Takes for free. Last week's, or 2 weeks ago, I asked you guys to share the video, and if you did, you got entered to win this bundle. Jean Hoffman, you are the winner. Jean, I think I have your mailing address, but will you just message me just to make sure? I have mailed things to the wrong addresses frequently lately. People move apparently, and I can't keep up with it. So Jean, let me know. If you would like to win Scenic Adventure, this is a bundle as well. Looks like I've already opened it. That's weird. If you would like to win Scenic Adventure, the Scenic Adventure bundle, share the video either on Facebook or YouTube, and I will pick a winner in 2 weeks. We won't, again, have a Facebook Friday next week. I will be out of town again, but 2 weeks from today, we will do notes and totes. Totes and notes, notes and totes. I think that'll be our next one, okay? All right, let's get started, you guys. Let me grab my supplies. We are gonna do several flower projects today, and I want to point out a couple of things about this bundle. First, the first thing I noticed are the ovals. The ovals are great. I really like this one that has the stitched. Hi, Judy. I love this one that has the stitched, and it's actually not a stitched edge. It cuts out a skinny little stitched frame, which we're going to do on the first card. Now you can stamp your flowers and then cut them out with the dies, or you can use the 2 layers of dies to cut out flowers that have texture. And that's what we're going to do first. We're going to stamp the flowers in our next 2 projects, but first we're going to do just what I call paper piecing, where you just take colored cardstock and make beautiful flowers. Sentiments are great too. I really like that font. Now in saying that, I did change it up a little bit. I desperately need birthday cards. So I send my team birthday cards. I am late this month. If you have a June birthday, you're gonna just have to forgive me because I am late. I switched out for Round We Go. Did Round We Go get put on the last chance list? I feel like it did. And now I can't remember. I can't keep up, you guys. I cannot keep up. But I'm using Happiest Birthday to make this a birthday card. So just like that, no problem, you can make the card whatever you want. Just change the sentiment. Okay, so here's the card we're making. We're gonna do tone on tone, white, 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 basically, and then pops of color. Okay, that's what I mean to say. All white with pops of color. I am using So Saffron for the middles, Pretty in Pink for the little flowers. No, Bubble Bath for the little flowers. Pretty in Pink for the 2 larger ones. I'm using Strawberry Slush for the larger one, and our sentiment is cut with the perennial postage rectangles. So these flowers, oh, and we can't forget the stems, Granny Apple Green for our stems. Now these flowers are not symmetrical. I had a friend who ordered a punch one time it was a flower punch that went with a flower stamp set. She called me and she said, I didn't get the right punch. It doesn't line up with the flower. Well, the flower wasn't symmetrical, right? So you had to turn the punch, keep turning until it lined up with the flower. These are the same way. They are not symmetrical. So you're going to want to, like if you laid it down, it's not going to fit. So you just have to keep turning until it fits. One thing you can do, let's see, do I have a, no, let me grab one over here, a Sharpie. You can put a little dot like that on each one so you know where they line up. You can put a dot on your stamp too, so that when you stamp it, the only problem is I forget. I put the stamp away and then I'm like, oh wait, I don't remember where the dot was. But if you are thinking, if your brain is working and you're thinking about what you're doing, which is not how I usually do things, you can put a little dot on your stamp and it'll help you line those up as well, okay? So we're gonna do that one, Strawberry Slush, the little one, Pretty in Pink. This one we're gonna do Pretty in Pink, no, Bubble Bath and Pretty in Pink. And then we wanna do 1 set of the teenies. And then this right here, this is the flower center. And if you look at that die, you can see it has dots on it. It's gonna create, did I say So Saffron? What's this color? Lemon Lolly, thank you. So Saffron, Lemon Lolly. You guys, Lemon Lolly. Okay, that little center goes right in there. I probably do that more than I know. Call the colors by old names. It's like calling your kids your dog's name, or calling, my husband is the worst about that, calling the kids by their sister's name. Our brain just has too much to remember. Okay, so you're gonna cut all that out. I've already done it, so you don't have to watch me go through all of that because it does take a little bit of time, okay? So let me put all these back. One thing about the stems, I put an adhesive sheet behind the stems before I cut them. That way they are easier to adhere. You could do that to all of it, but I wanted to do dimensionals. Let me get them, I have them all right here for us. But I do want to show you, I do want you guys to watch cutting out this oval, because it really does look like it's going to cut out a stitched edge oval, right? But it's not. It's going to cut out a frame. So this is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white. And I'm going to center that the best I can right there. And we're gonna run it through. Now this frame is real skinny and it's not the easiest thing to glue on. So if you wanted to put an adhesive sheet on the back, you could, but I am gonna pop up this, I don't know, I just felt like that was a lot of adhesive sheet, so I'm just gonna use glue. But you can see how that creates a nice, beautiful oval frame. Now the other oval is just gonna cut out an oval, okay? And I'll show you that in our next project. Now I'm gonna take this negative image right here and we're gonna emboss this with the exposed brick embossing folder. I think I might have used a very retired embossing folder on my sample, but we're just gonna, they look very similar. I forget what it's called, Time Worn Type or something. I love that embossing folder. I need it, but I've got to pull it out. It's retired. This one is the exposed brick embossing folder. You know, one thing I want to tell Stampin' Up! Is they need to put the names of the embossing folders on the folder itself. For those of us that pull things out to put in our BOGO sales and who are trying to only use current product, I don't know the names of the folders, and so they just pile up, and I don't know what is retired and what's not. So anyhow, demonstrator problems. This is a thick white card base, so I put that down flat. I'm gonna take my glue, and you could use liquid glue, you could use fine tip glue, or like I said, you could use the, oh, that left a big bubble. You could use an adhesive sheet. Right, Lisa, I think that would be awesome. They need the names on them. Because even if I go look at the website to see what is still available, I've got piles of embossing folders there in front of me, and I can't tell what is what. Whistle some of my name was Kev Lisa, what grandma called me out for. That's funny. Get to mine, Caroline, my mom, Kev. That is funny, yes. And you know what's funny is that when we first got married, my husband would always say, my mom always calls me Ted, or Jen, Andy, Ted. And his sister's name is Jen, his brother's name is Andy, and he would get so mad. And now he's the worst at it. He does it too. So it makes me laugh. Hey, you know, when you're trying to spit things out fast, it happens. It happens. All right, we're gonna start with these stems. I'm gonna put this one going this way. It does make it nice and easy when you can just peel off that adhesive backing. Our adhesive sheets come 6 by 12, and I just cut them down to the size. Joyce, you know, that's awesome. I wish I did that too, but I don't. That's very smart. There's a lot of things that I could do that I don't do. And that is one of them. Another thing for my BOGO sale that I've seen some other demonstrators do is as soon as they get a stamp set, as soon as they buy a stamp set, they put a label on it with the price and like information, like the year, the name, blah, blah. Well, I don't do that either. So then when it comes time for me to pull out all the retired stamp sets, I have to search for the names, search for the price. Well, the names are on the stamp sets, but you know what I mean. A label when you get it would just be very smart. All right, I am just gonna take this and I'm gonna put that down. I'm not gonna worry about taking all that adhesive off. We just need a little bit of it. And this one, you have to be really careful because these are delicate. And I had my take your pick tool literally right here. Here we go. You have to be real careful because they are delicate. And let me try going this way because I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. Come on, come on. Surgery, die cut surgery is what you're doing. Taking these off very, very carefully. Don't want to rip it. And I don't necessarily need all of it. Mostly the bottom part. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to take dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. We'll put one there. Let's put one right there and one right there. And then we're gonna put, let's put this guy right there. This one over here, I'm gonna slide him kind of under. And then, no, he needs to be separated over here. And then the bubble bath, you know, Cliffy, it's so smart. I'm sure many of you do that. I need to hire you to come and do it for me. As soon as I get so, I'm just always in a hurry. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, you know, and stopping and labeling something, it doesn't even enter my mind. I just put it in the cabinet, move to the next thing. Yeah, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I know I probably could hire somebody to come in and do that for me. All right, so Not So Saffron, I almost did it again. Lemon Lolly flower centers. You need 3 of the small one and 1 of the big one. Now let me warn you, that small flower center, this one right here, it was sticking to my plate, just the inside part, and it is very easily lost. So be careful with that because it's tiny, tiny, tiny. All right, let's sprinkle these cute little flowers around like that. The sentiment, again, I heat embossed, I stamped in Versamark, heat embossed with white embossing powder, and cut it out with the perennial postage rectangle dies. All right, so everything I glued flat, but we're gonna pop, oh no, the flower came off. We're gonna pop this up on dimensionals. I forgot I had to use glue, so I need to be careful. Put that right there. There we go. So cute, little tiny ones are cute. Okay, and then that's it. I'm gonna add a white bow and let those colorful flowers do all the work. I didn't add any dots. I didn't really feel like we needed any. And if you did add dots, I think I would stick with like a clear or a white because you want to leave it very clean and just let those colors pop out. All right, a mini glue dot in our white ribbon and done. And now I've got 2 birthday cards, or you could do a thanks. All right, so that's how those dies work. The inside texture, I call them the inside texture die. It puts those lines inside they're actual little cuts, and they put that texture in the flower like that, okay? Okay, easy peasy, card number 1. Now, let's get to card number 2, which is my favorite. Part of this paper, no, part of this suite includes a pack of paper. And you know, if there's paper, I'm getting it. Sunflowers are my favorite. Well, one of my top 5 favorites. I actually had sunflowers in my wedding bouquet. I love them so much. So this is the first piece I was immediately drawn to. And then the back sides have more of like a more monochromatic, simple pattern. So you can use them like, you know, use a busy pattern with a more clean monochromatic pattern. You get 2 sheets of each one. Some are busy. I love this, of course. We're going to use that on the 3rd project. There's another green. This one goes really well with the sunflower one that we're going to do. And then last, that's really pretty. A rainbow, a strip of that would be really pretty on a scrapbook page, all the flowers together. And we use this piece. I don't know if you guys remember when we did the all zipped up. Is that what it's called? All zipped up bundle. I don't know, a couple months ago. We used that grid pattern paper. Okay, so this card is a really simple fun fold. I'm using those ovals to kind of make it a gatefold that kind of, you know, goes in like that and like that. So we're gonna stamp the flowers this time. I changed the sentiment again to birthday wishes because once again, I need birthday cards. Okay, where did I put my early espresso? Right here. All right, we're gonna use a lot of stamps for this card. These 2 go together. This is 2-step stamping. And then we've got 2-step stamping for both centers of the flowers. You're gonna need a piece of grid paper or scratch paper, whatever. And really, we're only stamping two flowers. Now, what I have found is stamping the outline, the largest one first, is the easiest for me. So that is crushed curry. The reason I use crushed curry is because that's what's in the paper. Your pack of paper will tell you which yellows they used. That will help you pick out your ink. So now I'm taking the kind of background part of the stamp. I don't even know what to call that. When I type instructions on two-step stamping, I'm always like, use the more solid stamp. I guess that's what you would call it. Ink it up and then stamp off and then line it up. You might want to line it up so you know exactly where it goes before you ink it. But again, it's not symmetrical. So turn it until you get it to where it needs to be. And then the other one, we're going to do the same thing. Okay, full strength and then stamp off. This one, I always look, there's like a little cluster of two there with a big separation. So I kind of try to turn it and look for that. Probably right here. There we go. Look at all your petals and the center. That'll help you get it lined up. And then we're gonna take early espresso, solid, stamp off, stamp in the middle, then the top one that has the texture like that, the solid one, stamp in the middle. Thanks, Nancy. What do you mean work with these ovals? It's definitely, whoops, no, I need to do that in solid. It's definitely bigger. It's a lot bigger. The die is definitely bigger than a punch. Is that what did I read that right? Modern oval punch, yeah, they're definitely bigger. Okay, so now I use the other die, the other oval die, to cut out a crushed curry oval and a pecan pie oval, and we're going to use the pressed flowers embossing folder. This is part of the suite, and the, what do we call this, forever plaid? Let me look at my notes. Forever plaid embossing folder, because I'm going to use that forever plaid embossing folder every chance that I get, because I love it. Okay, so there's the one we used last time. We've got it set up for thick, so let's do our thick one here. Just plate 1 and plate 4 for the plaid. Okay. There we go. Love it. Then we want to do the pressed flowers. And I'm going to slide it over here. See how it kind of is like that? So it's only going to do like the bottom section of your card, but I want it to cover most of my oval. And this one is the thinner. Where did my other plates go? Right here. This is the thinner embossing folder. So you're going to use plate 4 and then your clear plates. Sandwich that in. Thanks, Lisa. I love these colors too. I just love sunflowers. I am a sucker for a sunflower, for sure. All right, now we're going to die cut. So we got to bring back in plate 2. And your embossing folders, those won't fit on the mini embossing machine, but these dies definitely will. So if you've got the mini, use that cute little guy to cut out these flowers. You won't have to drag out your big one. So see how I'm having to turn until I find it lock in. There we go. And then turn, there we go. There we go, cut those out. And so you see, we just did a combination of just stamping really here. But if you wanted to, you could, you know, cut out the centers separately. So then you could do a combination of paper piecing. I'm trying to get my die back on here. I can't figure it out. There we go. So you could do a combination of paper piecing and stamping. So you can do a mix. Okay. Now I've already cut out ahead of time our garden green stem and 2 leaves. And I did not use an adhesive sheet this time. So you get to see me struggle to put glue on this guy. And I'm just gonna put a little bit down here because I'm actually gonna put dimensionals at the top. And we're gonna put a glue dot on the bottom with a linen bow. So I'm not gonna worry too much about getting that glued down right. And I think I put glue on the wrong side. So we'll just flip it over here on this side. It's all right. Just change it. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. All right, see how we're gonna sandwich that in? I'm already making a mess with my glue. I don't like it. We'll cover, let's see, we'll cover that up with petals. Cover that up. There we go. And then down here, we'll put our leaves. And we can cover up those glue blobs with leaves. There's your leaf. And we'll put the other one right there. Okay, good. We did it. We did it. We covered up the glue. Now, linen thread. Thanks, Stacy. I appreciate it. Hi, Carrie. You were afraid of sunflowers growing up after watching Fantasia in the theaters? Okay, Fantasia. I kind of remember that. And they all like bent over, is that right? Kind of remember that. They have sunflower fields that you can go and take pictures in like a social media thing. Have you guys seen that? Some like farmers will make money off of their sunflower fields where they'll just charge like, okay, come in. And I could totally see my daughters doing that. Take all the pictures of yourself that you want. Take all the selfies that you want, ladies. All the selfies. Okay, so we've got that. I did it opposite this time because I put the glue on the wrong side of the stem. Whatever, we'll make it work. Now, this is a pecan pie card base, 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 2 1/8 from both ends, okay? And we're gonna put this piece, which is the back side of this floral print, on the inside. And then we went and saw 2 movies, you guys. I love the movies when they come out in the summer. Remember, we used to have movies coming out all the time, and now we don't. We went and saw the Mission Impossible movie. Have you guys seen that? I mean, it's pretty typical Mission Impossible, but it was pretty intense underwater. I don't handle underwater scenes very well. And then we went and saw Lilo and Stitch. My girls loved it. I don't know. I didn't love it. I don't know. I don't know why. I can't really like pinpoint why I didn't love it. I don't know. It was kind of annoying. This one I put on this flap up here with dimensionals. This one I'm going to do lower with dimensionals. Have you guys seen either of those movies yet? My daughter, my youngest, Lilo and Stitch were like her thing. So of course we had to go see it as soon as it opened. She loved it. I don't know, the theater was loud. There were some annoying people in the theater, and I think maybe that kind of swayed my judgment a little bit. I like couldn't wait for it to be over. Maybe that's why. The little girl that's in it is precious, precious, precious. I used a few of our strawberry slush dots here, but the clear ones, okay? It was real sweet. Or she was real sweet, the little girl. Oh yes, Joan, when does that come out? There's some really good movies coming out this summer. I'm very excited. All right, we're gonna add that smaller sunflower in here again on the corner. Like just kind of hanging off the corner in the same manner. Let's see if I can figure it out. I'm gonna turn it until I see, whoa. I should have stamped it more onto the paper because this is gonna be hard to figure out. Okay, there, I got it. Yeah, anything with Brad Pitt that's not weird. I have to put that caveat in because sometimes they do weird movies, right? But that F1 movie looks good, June 27th. What else is coming out? There's a lot of things coming out. Oh, the Fantastic Four. We're big Avenger fans. I guess that's more, well, I mean, Marvel. Okay, I should say Marvel. All right, stamp that center. Then let's stamp whatever sentiment you want. I'm going to do birthday wishes. And we're going to adhere this on the inside of this one. Did I put the... No, okay, I was like, did I just do that? That was the one that was already done. And that's it. Oh no, hold on. Close your eyes, don't look. I gotta add another dimensional. I hate when that happens. Ta-da! So cute, right? I definitely like the flowers going this way. It doesn't feel right with them going that way. They definitely need to go left. So make sure you put your adhesive on the right side of your die. I mean, whatever, it's fine. It's just not as good. It's not as good. Okay, what do you guys think? Yes? Cliffy, are these sunflowers okay? Are they gonna give you nightmares? I know, a movie can make you just not like something. I totally get it. All right, one more, we're almost done. And this one, you guys, I have found a lot of new treats in the store. I have a whole pile of treats over here that I've got to make projects for because, I don't know, there's a lot of new candies and stuff. So this is the box that we're making. And inside this box is a Hershey's milk chocolate with caramel. Now, look, do you say caramel or do you say caramel? Because my husband's is caramel and he's absolutely wrong. But he does make a good point. That's how it's spelled, caramel. I don't know. That we grew up saying caramel. Caramel apple, caramel sauce. What do you guys say? Let me know in the comments. I like the size. It's kind of a fun little square. It's different than a normal candy or than a you know, the regular like miniatures. Kind of different. And we're gonna stamp the flowers and cut out some of the leaves and some of the flowers. All right. So let's make our box. I'm gonna get my little Post-it note over here, make sure I have the measurements correct. It's gonna be like a little clamshell box. Have any of you tried these? I'm caramel, Ashley, yeah. You know, my husband and I are both from here, so we can't blame it on like where we're from. But my parents are from Tennessee, Ashley, and they say caramel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's, I feel like maybe caramel is wrong because it's spelled caramel, but I will never admit that to my husband, ever. Cynthia says I pronounce it right. And the way my husband says it is in Canada, that's how you say it. He also tries to say pecan, but I think he's just trying to make me laugh when he says that because that is absolutely wrong, pecan. But I do think my dad said pecan too. Okay, we're gonna start with early espresso. I went with early espresso and pecan pie because I wanted it to kind of coordinate with the packaging, okay? This is a piece of early espresso that is 4 3/4 by 6 1/2. And we're gonna score the long side at 1/2 inch, 3 inch, 3 1/2, and 6. Then turn it to the short side and score it at 1/2 inch and 4 1/4. This is a really narrow box. It's just 1/2 inch thick, okay? And it is symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which side you start cutting on. Either side will work because they're exactly the same. Okay, so burnish your lines, then get your paper snips, your glue, your clothespins, and we're gonna start, we'll just start on the right side. I'm gonna cut these little squares and I'm gonna cut the corners off of them. Okay. Pecan is what a trucker's uses. Nancy, that is funny. That is funny. My husband, he tries to be as cowboy as he possibly can. He likes to be Southern. He that's his thing. So whenever he can try to embarrass me with that, he does. He is definitely a Southern boy and he wants you to know it. All right, so if we can get those little, come on. There we go. All right, and then a snip. We're just going to snip this one in the corners like that. Okay. Oh my gosh, why can't I get them to come out? There we go. Now over here, we're going to cut these completely off. Okay. And then if you have a corner rounder, this is where you want to use it. If you don't have a corner rounder, you can just cut the corners off. But I really like the way a corner rounder looks. We don't sell one right now. We've had them in the past. Now this right here, I'm going to actually cut off that corner. That's going to help it slide into the box a little bit better back here, like that. And then we can round these corners as well. No, Susan, no snakes since the last one. I am in this Facebook group of pool people, you know, like pool owners, like sharing, like, you know, tips and stuff about your pool. And somebody had a cottonmouth in their pool, and I thought that would send me over the edge. I don't know how you get a cottonmouth in your pool. I guess maybe you live near a river or a lake, but I can't not imagine. No, we haven't had any since that one, which has just been, I don't know what, a month? Okay, one little glue dot for each little square. And we're gonna use our little clothespins to hold those in place. Tucker has decided, I think I've told you guys, Tucker, our puppy, has decided to destroy anything that is carpet related. So on Tucker News, he now has this very special collar that vibrates when he starts attacking my carpet. I can't do it. My husband has to do it, but he does it. So far, we've had to do it just once. And he's like, okay, I did not like that. So hopefully it vibrates and it shocks. But right now we're just doing vibrate because I cannot do the shock part. We'll see. Hopefully it works. Okay, so that's going to fit in there. We'll leave that there for a little while to dry. Now we're going to do two-step stamping again. Thanks, Nancy. I don't know where I got that, but these are just 3D printed, and the glue dots do fit around them. You can find anybody you know that has a 3D printer. They can look up glue holder pattern, and they can make it, or you can find them on Etsy. A lot of people sell them. Okay, strawberry slush. Strawberry slush. We're going to do 2 of these. 1, 2, and then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to try to figure, oh, did I get it the first try? Okay. Boop. Stamp off. And stamp off. There we go. Oh, I'm going to leave that open because we're going to need that. Oh, let's do the center. I think I left the centers over here. Did I cut the centers out on this one? What did I do? Did I stamp them? Oh, you know, I cut them out. Okay. I was going to show you that, but we already did that. So why didn't I cut those out ahead of time? You're going to also need 4, I kind of went crazy on this one. You can simplify it. 4 garden green leaves, 2 strawberry slush, and 2 pretty in pink of this little flower set right here. Okay, so cut them twice, and 4 of those leaves from garden green. All right, and then we'll do the flower centers. I think I wanted to make sure that you saw how to do that, but we did that. We just did it, so why didn't I do it ahead of time? I try to do some of this tedious work ahead of time, but I did not. That's all right. We're almost done. Okay. Let's turn, turn, turn until I can find the die where it goes. It'll probably be the last one. There we go. Okay. And then this is the one you got to be really careful with so that you don't lose it, because it seems like almost every time it sticks to my plate. Okay, it didn't there. It's going to make me a liar. But you can see how when you do those together, hopefully that will focus. You can see it makes the little dots of the flower center. Okay, there we go. Let's do this one. Run that through. If you, what was I going to say? If you want to come back to watch this video later, if you need to know how I made that box, I have these videos on YouTube as individual projects, so you can go over and see them without all the chit chat the snake talk, the puppy talk. And I zoom in, you can see a little bit better. So just in case you need that. Uh-oh, just dropped it. Uh-oh, okay, here we go. Now let me grab my pecan pie ink pad because I used it and forgot to put it back. This is a die that I'm using quite a bit lately. The, where's my stamp? Where did the stamp go? Oh, I probably put it back on the tray. What am I doing? Who am I? Where am I? What's happening? This Notes and Totes rectangles are so awesome. So I have been using these quite a bit. These little rectangles, all the stitching on them are different. They're each different. Some people disagree, Judy. Some people are like, be quiet, stop. I don't want to hear that. Quit talking. You know, to each his own, whatever. I'm sure if you don't like the chit chat, then you don't come on the live. Some people are, you know, kind of rude about it too. Not you guys. Never you guys. Okay. That's why I haven't done YouTube Live, because I'm nervous about the crowd that might join over there. I like our little Facebook group over here. I feel like we're safe over here. I'm a chicken. My daughter was saying something the other day about something she saw online and how the people were just being so mean to whoever it was. And I was like, yeah, I luckily haven't had to deal with that, but I can see you put yourself out there on a video, you open yourself up to some things. All right, now these, you know, I don't know the right or wrong way to put these. Just start plugging them in where you think they should go. I probably should spread out the leaves a little bit more. Maybe we'll take one and put it over here like this. And because I don't really like the way that's looking, and I don't remember exactly how I did it on the first one. Put that right there. This feels like tropical to me, this little project, this little flower. Let's see if we can get this one tucked in without covering up the words. So there we go. So I used dimensionals on the two main flowers, and then I used glue to tuck everything in behind. I don't know, this feels like it needs some tweaking, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. I don't know. I feel like I need a few more leaves, but then we're just really getting out of control with the number of die cuts we make for just one project. Okay, I'm leaving it. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm overthinking it. Okay, so you get all that glued onto the left side, stamp your sentiment on the right side, tuck in your sides. I have a piece of that designer series paper, same collection of paper, and we're gonna mat it on pecan pie. And then we're gonna put that onto our early espresso box. I like how the dark early espresso kind of makes the colors pop off too. All right. Oh, I'm wasting too much ribbon. I can't do it. Let's make it shorter. Oh, thanks, Susan. That's very sweet. I do that too, Nancy. I know. You don't have to be ugly. Just mute it. Just mute it. I totally agree. I totally agree. All right, so there we go. We've got that ribbon, and then we're just going to sandwich with dimensionals that ribbon like that. I am not happy with those leaves. Let's look. Here's the original. That's so much better. So I needed to put 2 up here and 2 down here. I should have looked to see what I did. But anyway, you know what? No one cares. They just want the chocolate. I mean, let's be honest. They're not going to say, your flowers are not balanced on your projects. So I don't want the chocolate caramel. Thank you very much. I don't think, and if they're going to say that, well, I can't say what I would say, but you know. Yes, I could add leaves to it, Lori, but I already felt like 4 leaves plus the 4 flowers plus the other 2 flowers plus the centers. It was a lot for one project. See, I have a problem with just going too much. I do that a lot. Okay, now I have some bonus projects for you guys today. This floral impressions. Now I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw this, I was like, yeah, okay. You know, flowers, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then when I started playing with it, I realized how many options that you really do have here with flowers, and the ovals especially, I think are really special, the dies. And then you want the matching flowers for sure. And then you want the paper. You know, it's like if you buy a mouse a cookie. Do you guys know that book? If you buy a mouse a cookie, it's just going to lead to one thing after the other. One more, and that's me. That's definitely me. But anyway, I do really like this set a lot. I think the flowers are very usable. I like the 2-step stamping. I like the 2-step die cutting. Here's the card that I shared yesterday in purples. We added color to the center of these with a blending brush, just to give them a little more dimension, a little more depth. This one will be next week. Look at that gold border. Isn't that beautiful? Gold ribbon, gold embossing, gold leaves. Did you think about cutting your leaves in gold? Very, very fun. Here's a card that we made at my team shoebox swap. I was actually going to make this one for Facebook Live today, and then I had already come up with 3 things, and I was like, I forgot about this one. It's so cute. I really like this one. And then here's a card that I shared with you guys when we made the window front card 2 weeks ago with the turtles. Isn't that beautiful? Look at how Secret Sea looks with the Petunia Pop and the Blackberry Bliss. Really pretty. All right, and there's that paper. Great way to show off that paper. The details on this are a couple of blog posts back if you're looking for that. Okay, you guys, that's it. Remember, if you want me to send you a project kit for these 3 projects, I will send it to you for free as a thank you with a $50 order. Deadline is Monday at midnight. Now, next week I'm only here 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday. So my goal is to have these completely cut on Tuesday, shipped on Wednesday. But I'm also working on Club Create. So just be patient with me, please. A little grace this summer, please. I'm doing the best I can to stick to my regular offerings for you guys. But you know, life is crazy. All right, so I won't see you again for another 2 weeks. What will be the date of that? The 20th, June 20th. And when I see you, we'll do, I believe, Notes and Totes. And then I will be in town the following Friday as well. So I believe we'll have 2 Facebook Fridays in a row. Yay! Yay! And then the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4th, the 4th of July. Well, we're gonna have to figure something out for that, because nobody will be here for 4th of July. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to go to my blog to get the free PDF and all the details. Bye, guys.